Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Kisma.
Let me make it gallery view. I think we can see each other now, right? How are
Yeah.
you today?
Sorry?
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh,
I'm
good,
good.
good, good, good. Well, we'll wait just a few minutes. I had 34 women respond to this. So we'll see. We'll just give a few more minutes and then we'll get started. I put out a few of the supplies that I'm going to
Uh-huh.
be using. I'm going to be working with watercolor, and I'm also going to be working with acrylic. Everybody has a glue stick and scissors
Yeah.
and Sharpies, but I put them out anyways. And the only thing I didn't really say was, and that's only if you're going to do one part that I'm going to do probably, is a piece of watercolor or mixed media paper. But
Right.
the bottom line is we all do. We kind of, once we get into it, we kind of go into our own process anyways. So,
Uh-huh.
but I do like to, I do like to say, well, these are the supplies that I'm probably going to use.
Never say never.
Never say never. I know. And then I've got everything else around me, and it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, and I just run and grab it real quick, but. So you're having a nice day today.
Well, it's I'm in the UK and it's 9 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, so a nice evening then.
So I've stayed awake for this.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy that you were able to.
Yeah,
So,
well, I really enjoy these sessions and I've just found this way of working really helpful and
yeah.
Um, you know, sometimes I am asleep now because I get up very, very early in the morning, and usually by 9 o'clock I'm in bed with my book. And
Right.
but today I seem to have more energy. So
Today you're here, so that's what
yeah,
matters the most.
yeah,
Well, I am going to just share just a little tiny bit, and then we'll go ahead and begin. I know it's a Sunday afternoon, and so there's always great intentions, and you're here, and that's all
yeah.
that matters to me. I go the moment someone comes. So um, it's kind
Great.
of funny though, to the rest of you 33 ladies out there. Thanks for RSVPing. Maggie and I are going to have some fun.
I'm sure we
Anyways,
are.
I'm Kisma, and I'm a Cosmic Smash Book teacher, coach, whatever. She keeps changing the name of what we are, guide, but I do Cosmic Smash Booking
Mm.
um, for therapeutic art. I found that I'm a certified therapeutic life coach, and I found this process that Kat developed to be incredibly healing
Mm.
and therapeutic for all of us. I think that's why we all jump into it, is because it's like, oh
Yeah,
wait, I get this. I get this.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm a visionary mixed media artist, so I paint on canvas and large pages. But I love work. I've begun to work on mini size canvases this summer because, quite frankly, no shows. All these big canvases start to pile up, and so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
losing. I'm running out of space. Anyways, so I'm very happy you're here, and this this process is one that I sort of happened upon just in my, because I cosmic smash book for myself all the time.
Mm.
And we've all been going through these last 3 years really have been challenging on us as a tribe human on this planet. But um, not only that, but in our lives, life is a roller coaster, right?
Mm,
And we
yeah,
have ups and we have downs and we have twists and we have turns.
mm,
And it is not one single person is exempt from having less than positive situations in their life.
no,
We
no.
all have trauma to some degree. We all have those situations that keep pulling on us.
Mhm.
And, you know, sometimes it is very, very challenging to stay optimistic when we're knee deep in something, you know.
Yeah,
Here
yeah.
comes here comes another lady.
Oh, it's Luna.
Oh,
I know
good.
Luna.
Oh, good. Hi, Luna. Welcome.
Hi, sorry I'm a little bit late.
That's okay. I was just doing a talk, just a tiny little bit of a talk, but I'm
Okay,
happy you're here.
me
So,
too.
and it looks like it's just going to be, I mean, who knows, maybe more will trickle in. I was telling Maggie, 34 RSVP'd for this. So, but I go with one. I go with one. So,
Wow.
anyways, so that's what this became. Whatever degree of involvement you've had with Kat or in her program, we do those prescription pages, don't we? And this is what would be considered a prescription page. It's something
Mhm.
we can use and pull on and work with time and time again when we find ourselves really walking through something that's just eating us up. So I'm going to take you into the dark. I'm going to take you into the negative a little bit, and then I'm going to bring you out of it into the creation, the creative process. So if you are open to that and willing to experience it, what I'm sharing and guiding you through is how you could do it on your own when
Right.
you need it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to take you, I hope you have your journal beside you. I
Yeah.
don't know if you're like me. I always have two journals because one I write in, I record in, and then the other one I create in. You don't have to have two journals. You can absolutely do it on your page that you're going to be working with today. Um, that's totally your call. However, I will be inviting you to do a little bit of journaling, a little bit of journaling. And we're going to go through a little tier process with that. So if you feel ready, and Luna, where are you coming from?
Sorry, I was grabbing my journal under the desk.
That's all right.
I'm
Where
in
are you?
Arizona.
You're in Arizona. Okay, is it hot there? Are you having heat?
Quite.
Yeah,
Yep.
triple digits, I imagine.
Yeah, and humid because we're getting monsoon storms.
The tropicals, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in Newport Beach, California, and even though it's a lot cooler here, we're under tropical conditions too. So it's more humid now than it normally is. So I have a fan going. I hope it's not too loud. If it starts to blow and you hear it muffle, just tell me and I can shut it off. It's not a big deal. So,
Okay.
okay. Well, here we go. I'm going to invite you to get comfortable and settle in, and we're gonna breathe in now, and you don't have to close your eyes if you don't want to. You're welcome to keep your eyes open. You're welcome to go in and out of closed eyes. You're welcome to start journaling at any time. This is for you and this is your process, and so it's very important that you go with the flow. But I will provide about 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes at the very end of this little guided visualization inquiry process for you to also journal. So if you want to just relax, just don't fall asleep, Maggie. Okay, so just take a nice gentle breath in and feel the space that you are in right now, wherever you are in the world. Just feel that space as you breathe into it. And just become very aware of your physical body. This is your body temple. This is what keeps you going and through which all of your creativity and through which inspiration flows. It's what houses you. And so let's just take a moment to maybe pat ourselves or hug ourselves and just honor our body temple, because without it, we wouldn't be here. And then just follow that breath. Follow the life breath and know that every time you inhale, you're receiving life. And every time you're exhaling, you're sharing that life. And so breath is very much a symbiotic relationship. So just focus on a few of your own breath patterns of inhaling life, exhaling, and sharing life. And we're going to take a breath together, and that breath is going to be the breath of everything we needed to do in order to get here right now. And we're going to exhale and let go of those things. They're no longer going to tug on us. We're just going to leave them in the past, and we're going to begin to shift our attention here in our time together. And we're going to take a breath together, and this next breath is going to be acknowledging the things that are ahead of us on our to-do list or part of our daily schedule. And we're going to get to those in a very short period of time. So we're going to just leave those in the future as we exhale and we become more fully present. And then we're going to take a breath together, acknowledging that we're here now, that we've made an agreement to show up. We've made an agreement to ourselves to give this gift of space and time and creativity to self. Honor that choice. This is for you. And it's a great gift to give to self. And so just take a moment to breathe that in. And as you exhale, just relax into this time and be with our togetherness. And just continue to focus on your breath. And know that we are joining together in a red thread circle. No matter what your understanding of the red thread may be, I acknowledge and recognize you as a very unique piece of the red thread. And as a unique piece of the red thread, you are responsible only for your red thread, no one else's. And I welcome you into our red thread circle, into this sacred space as we join together and step in to our togetherness. A place where you can be the most original, natural, authentic you. There's no facades here, no credentials here, no competition here. Just sisters witnessing each other's journey. No judgment, no criticism. There's no right and there's no wrong. So breathe into this situation that is currently bringing you discomfort in your life. And even if you're feeling like life is really good, there's something in all of our lives that still tugs at us a little bit. A discomfort, a sadness, a frustration, maybe anger, confusion, disappointment. Could be a situation or a relationship or a choice, a decision that has left you feeling helpless, maybe even hopeless. But worst of all, it makes you feel a failure, a nothing, a nobody, even if it isn't your fault. It brings you down. So become aware of what that one situation is. And that's all we're focusing on, is just one. If you have others, let them be for now. Just focus on one. Just one. We all have something in our life that touches this area of experience, our awareness, our consciousness. Sometimes it torments us. It just pulls us back into a repeat scene, into a mental argument, maybe even into the despair of sorrow, something we regret. I'm going to put on a song, and during this song, just take a moment to journal the truth of the situation, not a repeat summary of what happened or point by point, but just your deepest truth about it right now. And I'm only putting on a song that's about 2 minutes long. And so begin journaling, and you may need to adjust your volume if mine is too loud. And as you're journaling, allow one sentence to come to you. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, write one sentence that really summarizes this situation. Just one sentence. And write one sentence that tells the truth. This is only for you. And now take a deep breath. And as you exhale, let go. Let it all go. You faced it right now. So take a deep breath, and as you exhale, let go. Just let it flow away from you. Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, let go. Be here now. That was in your past. And that past no longer exists. The past is done. The past is over. So just breathe out and let it go. And allow one word to come to you now, a word of power, of strength, of encouragement. It's the one word you need most in life to hear right now. Let that word come to you. And write that word down big. Write it down big. And I know you can feel bad revisiting a bad memory, but sometimes in order to heal, we have to just take a moment to allow it to embrace us. And I feel you. I feel you, and I embrace you with compassion, with understanding, with encouragement, to find your way into knowing and accepting that we all make mistakes. We all undergo bad situations. Things happen because we're alive and we interact with other people, and they are their own person, right? With their own thoughts, with their own feelings and their own perspective. Because the truth is all you can believe, which is your own truth. And everybody's perspective is based on their position. And they usually differ from our own most of the time when we're in a negative situation. So no matter how bad or ugly or negative or hurtful your situation is, and if it's a situation that's been tugging at you and pestering you for a while now, I'm inviting you to stop indulging it. I know it's easier said than done, but I'm inviting you to stop indulging in it, because the truth is, all you can do is change yourself. You can't change the past, but you can change yourself. You can change your perspective. You can change your thinking. You can change your emotion. All you are responsible for doing is making any necessary change that will make you feel better. And sometimes that action might be forgiving yourself. It might be forgiving someone else or others. That action might be clearing a misunderstanding, right? With a clear, concise communication. Sometimes that action is asking for forgiveness from another person, or just apologizing to another person. Sometimes the action is just picking up the pieces where you are right now and moving on, just moving forward. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that negative situation and we've released it and we let go of it, and we're right here now and we're together and we're witnessing one another. And regardless of what you need to change in your life, which you know what that is, let's stop now. Let's stop now, and we're going to take a look at all the blessings you really have in your life. So on your journal, I'm going to invite you just to make a little list. That list is going to expand as we begin creating, and we're almost ready to begin creating. Now we're going to get into the juiciness of all the abundant blessings you have in your life, because believe it or not, you have a lot. Number one, you're alive. You do art. You're here right now in this lovely community. You've got sacred sisters around you right now, supporting you, witnessing, encouraging you, so that you're not alone. right? You've got expressive ways of creativity. You have art supplies. You have art supplies. That's a pretty cool blessing, I think. Okay. But in a minute, we're going to get real personal with it. Okay. But we're going to begin creating a little bit. And the first thing we're going to do, of course, is we're going to, I painted holy stones and I asked which holy stone we needed today, and this was the one I drew. And look at the power word on the other side, focus.
Wow.
That's a good one, isn't it? We all need to focus. So, okay. So, what we're going to do, and you're going to be doing your own thing, obviously. You're going to feel motivated to move into the area of creation that you feel free to. But I'm going to make my page, if I can do this properly, because I have problems sometimes. I'm going to make my page, my art workstation, the big place right now. So is what you're seeing my art station? Is that big for you now on the screen?
That's
Yes.
fine. Yeah, that's
Yep.
great.
Okay, great. Now I'm sharing the close-up of what I'm doing, and of course you're very, very welcome to move in the same process. I am going to be sharing two different things with you, and only because when I sat down to ask what I'm doing, sometimes I'm very spontaneous, and other times when I meditate before a gathering like this, I'm shown step by step, this is what you're going to do. And I go, okay, and I just do it. But I'm going to be sharing with you. So mostly what we're looking at right now is we're going to create, and we're going to take that intention, our intention, right, which is that one sentence basically. But we're going to write that down in a positive affirmation. So, for example, my intention is going to be to count my blessings, to really see and realize how blessed I am. So, I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to write that across my page. Does anybody feel they would like to share what their intention is? It would-
Um, mine is mine is, oh gosh, I find it really hard to say.
Mm.
Mine is to accept myself
Oh,
as I am.
okay, that's powerful.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't realize how powerful that was till I tried to
Mm-hmm.
say it.
Luna, did you want to, were you wanting to share your intention?
I am enough.
I am enough. Yeah, that's a powerful one too. Boy. Okay. So we're going to connect with divinity, whatever our personal relationship with divinity might be, and we're going to uh, do our proverbial, please show me. Please show me, guide me. If one comes up for you, feel free to say it out, okay? Um, Um, help me realize, I know that's more wordy than we normally do. Help me realize my blessings. And then I always sign that with the heart and my name. I claim it because I'm asking for that. And so I have always felt a real need to just say, love Kisma, thank you, love Kisma. Um, so that's how I finish that. So just take a moment to feel the echo of your past, right? It's just an echo. We're not going back into it. We went through it, but it's still there. So we're moving through it. This process is to really let go of it and continue to breathe. And as you continue to let go, let it flow, as we begin art, take the colors, the paint, whatever you're going to do as your foundation, and every mark you make, you're letting go, you're letting it flow away from you, okay? And I'm going to put on, I think, just some gentle music. I'm not a real talker through all of it. I just know I pulled some colors that really spoke to me in setting up. I don't know which ones I'm going to use, but I want to really get into the process of letting go as I paint a foundation.
Where do I go with all these feelings and all these faces and open doors when everyone else seems so serene and I just feel so insecure? And where do I go when all the pieces of my heart lay on the floor? You say, come into the light, why don't you? Come into the light, why don't you? Come on now, come into the light. Where do I go with all these memories and all these bags filled up with shame? And how should I feel when you call me an angel and dress me in a crown of gold? And what should I do when tears of sorrow just won't stay inside these eyes? You say, come into the light, why don't you? Come into the light, why don't you? Come on now, come into the light. What should I do when a gentle-headed reaches out to take my own? And how should I feel when tears of joy, they just won't stay inside these eyes? And what will I do when I start to love you and really trust and know you're there? You say, you'll be in the light where I am. You'll be in the light where I am. Come on now, come into the light. You'll be in the light where I
So I've made a mess on my page, but it felt good. It felt, and I ended up using every single color, but it felt really good. And I feel like I want to let this dry a little bit, but I really want to make some marks on it. I just want to let go and just feel it move away, fully away from me. And that's what it feels like it's doing, just moving completely away from me. I'm also going to, I'm going to blow dry this because I want to write on it, but I'm not going to be able to while some of the paints. So I'm going to mute my mic for a second while I do a quick blow dry. Oh, but see, I'm hearing that I'm supposed to take away some of that darkness and make it light. So I'm going to bring back in some white. Um, okay, so I think I'm supposed to put kind of like a sense of me. I was going to write here, I was just going to write here, counting my blessings, all right? Counting my blessings to, you know, all the abundant blessings in my life. But I'm feeling called to put kind of like an image of myself in here. Okay, so the other thing, at first I was thinking what I was gonna do was like either make flowers all over the place and each flower was gonna represent a blessing. But then I'm gonna set this aside for a second, but then I realized I wanted to make pods. And I'm going to show you how to make these pods real quick, but my page blew away. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make these pods real quick because they can be used in so many different ways. So this is just watercolors, just a little tin of watercolors. And I'm just choosing the colors that really speak to me right now. So I would let that just dry. But because we don't have a lot of just drying time, I'm just going to blot it real quick. And I would hit that with the blow dryer, but I'm going to set it off because I did one also that I just let dry in prep for today, so you could see how dark it can become. And this is a simple process, right? On your sheet, you wrote down some obvious blessings, and that's where we're going to start. We're going to start with the obvious blessings. So I'm just going to take a Sharpie and make some circles. And then in each of those circles, I'm just going to write one word. So I would start off with my power word, which was healthy. And I'm putting a symbol there, which is just a flower for me. Nothing elaborate. And then I'm going to fill in I'm going to take the other blessings that I had done and begin to create pods. And once I'm done with that, I'll cut them out. And I have 2 sheets, right? I have 2 sheets. So I'll be able to make like up to 10. You can make as many as you want. And you don't have to make these. You can do these right on your Cosmic Smash Book by just doing a symbol and then putting your blessing. But really start to think about your blessings now. I'm going to put music on as we dive into those blessings because there's so many. There's so many, but I'm going to make the music lower because I want for us to fill the space to be able to just say a blessing, out loud. Because when you say a blessing, when we hear you say a blessing, we support it, we witness it. Okay, like I'm saying healthy, that's a blessing. So by me saying that, you're witnessing that, right? You are witnessing that right now. And we don't have to say anything back to each other. It's just an acknowledgement. And some of us might go, yes, and that becomes one of our blessings because sometimes we help each other with our blessings. Like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's a blessing. All right. So I'm going to put, has everybody heard that 100,000 Angels song by Bit Bliss? Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going to put in the background as we do this, as we make our blessing, either pods or right onto our page. Cosmic Smash Bookie.
There's 100,000 angels by your side.
Connection.
Do you hear me talk to you? I whisper through doorways and pathways of your mind. Clear like the morning dew.
Family.
And fresh from my journey, cross an ocean of blue.
Peter.
Take just a minute, come and rest here by my side.
Oh,
Let me tell you your own story. Let me walk you through your lives. Only a second. It's all it takes to realize. There's 100,000 angels by your side.
friends.
There's 100,000
My home.
angels here tonight.
Maggie and Luna. Cut these out, but I'm going to start gluing them onto my page, I think.
Where do I go with all these feelings and all these
My
faces
son.
and open doors when everyone else seems so serene and I just feel so insecure? And where do I go when all the pieces of my heart lay on the floor? You say, come into the light, why don't you? Come into the light, why don't you? Come on now, come into the light.
Food.
Where do I go with all these memories and all these bags filled up with shame? And how should I feel when you call me an angel and dress me in a crown of gold? And what should I do when tears of sorrow just won't stay inside these eyes? You say, come into the light, why don't you? Come into the light, why don't you? Come on now.
I'm feeling called. I'm feeling called to leave one, to cut one pod and leave it empty for
Mhm.
the unexpected blessing, the blessing that I'm not identifying, that's really there, that I'm just not aware of quite yet, and let that be filled up. I mean, maybe it's also silence sometimes. Silence is a blessing sometimes.
For sure.
So I'm going to put that one, right here in this bottom corner. I have the ocean. I love the ocean. Here's Maggie and Luna. I'm going to put Maggie and Luna right in the middle. And I put my life. I did put my life. My life. I'm alive. An art. And I think I filled it up with all my pods. I don't know. But I'm kind of feeling called to maybe even write some on the page. And I'm taking Luna's connection and I'm connecting between them,
Hmm.
because each of the blessing is connected, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? All these blessings exist because of me. Look at your page. Look at all your blessings. Those
Mm.
blessings exist only because of you. That's that's a lot when you stop and think about it, right?
Yeah.
Wow. How are you doing there with your blessings? Are you finding that you have a lot more blessings than you were stopping to think about?
Yeah, I think for me, I tend to think of my blessings as being kind of like almost like global, that it's like what we all have.
Mm-hmm.
And this is helping me to connect with the blessings that I have, the things that I recognize.
Right.
And
It's bringing it home and intimate.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, when I think that, acceptance of myself was like my wish or my where I'd like to be, then it's all of these things that make up that, allow me to do that.
Right. Yeah. It's so much, there's so much more there. And that to me is one of the most helpful things we can do when we're feeling really, really, in not a positive place, or we're going through something
Yeah, yeah,
traumatic. We stop and look at the blessings we have.
yeah,
Um, and even in the world, when we stop and think about what's going on in the world, globally for all of us, because, well, and for our here in America, we've got some horrible things happening too. But over in Europe, there's horrible, I mean, everywhere
yeah,
there's horrible things happening. And we can get caught up in the world. We can get caught up in the world so much, and that can really bring us down so quickly because we feel so helpless with regards to the world, so, and that gives us the greatest sense of hopelessness. But then when we have personal things happening to us, it's just like overwhelm. It's like, no, I can't deal with this anymore. And rather than check out, right? Rather than check out and pretend they don't exist, I find it's better just to go in and through them, you
yeah,
know, and then to look at the blessings, to look at what we have. And it's like, oh, why am I getting, okay, that I know is not a good situation right now, but man, look at this. I can hold on to this. I can look at that. I can deal with that. I can connect there. I can feel that blessing. I can do a dance with that blessing. I can give more time and energy to that blessing, and it just helps us become so overwhelmed with the abundance of our blessings.
yeah.
How are
Yeah.
you doing there, Luna? How are you feeling with yours?
I'm doing okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Good. Good, good, good. Are you coming up with a lot of blessings for yourself?
Yeah,
More than you thought, maybe?
mostly.
Yeah.
I left a big blank one, and I, um, kind of like you suggested or were doing for yourself, and I just wrote in that one, ready to receive any and all blessings known and unknown,
That's good. That's a good
seen
one.
and unseen.
And unseen. Yeah, that's,
So if I missed something, then I covered it in that.
oh, very much so. Yeah. I like that. I'm going to add that to mine. Okay, I don't know if this is exactly like what you wrote because I'm not remembering it all, but I wrote I think similar to the same thing, Luna. I wrote open to receiving any and all seen and unseen blessings that I am not yet aware of.
Mm.
Woot woot.
I know, right? So Maggie, I think you need to put something like that on yours
I'm
too.
going to. I'm going to.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, it's filled up now, but it's still an open vessel, you know? I probably should have wrote that around it, but it's okay. I'm going to take some of this white graphite and kind of just go over that a little bit to make it white again. See? It's like, bring it in. I'm ready. I know this is a messy spread, isn't it? But there's so much here.
It's rather delicious, though, I have to
It
say.
is, isn't it?
I've got my book with paint on it not yet dry. I've got a piece of watercolor paper.
To make
I've
your
got other paper with circles on and words, and this is not something I'm going to finish before I go to bed.
no,
Not
but
at 10, not at gone 10 o'clock at night. It's not.
no. But it'll give you something to play with in the morning too.
Well,
Or,
it will, because the first thing I always do when I wake up is acknowledge that I've woken up.
oh yeah. And that's a blessing.
And that's a blessing. You know, I'm in my 70s. I didn't die in the night.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the first thing
Yes.
I always acknowledge before I do anything. So anything that comes after that for me is like a bonus,
It is.
you know?
It really is. So
Mm.
so Luna, is yours in disarray too?
This is mine.
Oh, very cool. Oh, look at those. Yes.
Oh,
I don't know.
Luna.
Can you see it, or is my lighting? Let me see if I turn that
Let
on.
me make you
see it.
big. Let me make you big. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easier if, okay, she should be full screen. Is she full
Oh,
screen?
no.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So I drew myself and then all my little counters, my fingers, my feet to count all my blessings on.
I love that.
And then I made like little sea pods with all the little
Yeah. Yeah.
mycelium. So each each little seed pod has one of the blessings in it.
Yeah, and yours looks like, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but your seed pod connections, it reminds me of Neurographica. Do you know what that?
Exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah. So the
Yeah,
Yeah.
synapses are firing.
Yeah, that was intentional.
That's awesome. Yeah, very cool.
that's
Thank you.
lovely, Luna.
Thank
Yeah, very much.
Mm.
And hi, it's good to see you. So I
Mm.
made a recording of this, but only you two will receive the recording. I'm a firm believer that I don't provide recordings anymore.
Yeah,
Just because they're so personal. I've come into this place where what we do is so personal. And if the person was here, it was because they were meant to be here.
yeah, yeah,
And there's no making up. One of the worst things I think we have fallen prey to, I really believe this, in this pandemic time was because I used to teach in a live art studio. And you either came to class or you didn't. We didn't record anything. But here, once we took everything to Zoom, we set up this protocol of if you can't make it, don't worry, you'll get a recording. And I know I did. I don't know if you did, but there were some things that I knew I couldn't make, but I would register anyways because I'd get that recording. And then I just wouldn't watch that recording because I didn't have time to, because I was busy doing something else. And then all of a sudden I had all this backlog of all these videos, and I started to realize, why am I do it's not the time I'm supposed to be doing that work. So, Kismet, just relax and be here now and be with what you can do, and the rest, let it go and trust that when you're meant to be there, you'll be there. So, I've been doing that for about a good solid year now. I
yeah.
don't pass on recordings. I have all the recordings on my YouTube chat from past classes, but we made we made the women's art community into a lot of ADHD women. I'm saying that playfully, but hopping around from all the different videos. Oh, I gotta get that. I gotta get that. Oh my God, I gotta get
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's interesting you should talk about that backlog. Um, I've been noticing over the last couple of months that I'm almost signing up to anything that comes through my inbox, and I'm not necessarily really examining what it is.
yeah,
So I'm going for sometimes quantity over quality.
yeah,
And I've recognized over the last couple of days, particularly, that I think because I find this work so helpful, it's like being turbocharged, that I'm just grabbing at everything, because before this or in recent years, there was such a scarcity in my life for this kind of thing. Certainly in a way to share it.
hmm
So I'm just grabbing and, as if I'm starving, but I'm not starving.
no,
And that's part of this acceptance of myself as well, is that I am really okay just as I am, and I don't need all this other, I don't, because often it leads to self-judgment
it is, or comparison.
of a negative kind. Yeah. Oh, it's like, oh, I can't do it as well as that, or that was amazing, and look at me, look at my pathetic, So yeah,
And to me, art has always been first and foremost self-expression. It's what I couldn't articulate or put into words.
yeah, yeah,
I have found, well, I tell people now, much to the chagrin of other people giving courses and stuff, every single thing you want to learn with regards to art, you can find a free YouTube video now.
Yeah, yeah,
You do not need to go pay anybody thousands of dollars to take a
no,
Zen course. And I know that's horrible, and I shouldn't be saying that because some people they make their livelihood on it, but we don't need
it's
to spend a dime anymore. What's more important to me is finding the right community to just be a
mm,
part of,
yeah,
to be a part of it. That to me is more important than registering or taking a bunch. And I've even stopped offering classes right now. I'm not, you know, I haven't, I took the summer off. I stopped. I have my all my free YouTube videos, and then I have some of my e-courses, live classes that
mhm,
you get tired of teaching them, and you turned them into the self courses. And I told my husband, I don't want to teach right now. I just smash booking. I love why? Because it's community. We're in community when we come together like this. We're in community,
yeah.
and that feels really good to me. That feels really good. You know?
And what a
Really,
wonderful blessing that is.
That is a blessing.
It is a blessing, isn't it?
Mhm.
You know,
yeah, I was gonna say that exact same thing with you, including Maggie and I on your page. That just really touched me very deeply. Yeah.
yeah,
You
I'm
are a
putting YouTube
blessing.
on as well. Yeah,
I really honestly look at that. It's like, wow, because I usually on Sundays usually has always just been my flake day. I do whatever. I'm off and about, and I usually not even on the computer. I just am in life. I take, my husband and I go out to and take walks either on the beach, or we have a little wilderness area here, and I try to have some momentum of out there instead of in here. He calls me agoraphobic, but but so I was so happy. I was so happy when Maggie showed up. I was like, "We're doing it," you know. And then when you showed up and Maggie went, "I know, Luna." I'm like, "All right, we're Trinity, man. We got it going."
yeah. It's really beautiful what you've offered.
I think
Really lovely. Thank you.
you're so welcome. And every time we have a downer, if we do something, even if it's just doodling it on a piece of paper and looking at accumulating
Yeah,
our blessings, taking
yeah,
account of them, it shifts the whole energy.
yeah, that's true.
But if
I,
we try to focus on more than one downer at a time, you're gonna kill yourself.
No, no.
I usually put like little mantras on my mirrors and whatnot, and I can see myself either taping this whole page to my mirror or like cutting out some other little blessings and just taping them all around the house so I see them, or like on my dashboard, or just to
Yeah,
remind myself.
yeah, keeping our blessings near and dear to us and in sight,
Yeah,
I think, in
Yeah.
sight.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm so happy to meet both of you.
It's lovely to meet you too.
Yeah, yeah. So are you going to many of the offerings that you got this through Kat's her email blast? Is that how you got it?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I got so distracted. I forgot to even go to the website and make a note that was getting ready to happen. I totally spaced out. Usually like a couple days or the week that Monday before I'll say, "Don't forget."
Something did go out yesterday, I think. It was
Yeah,
either Friday or yesterday. A little.
Email, was it my email?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah.
Saying the reminder, this is the last. I promise I won't bug you again.
I think I found this on the Guild in the iMusea app.
Oh, okay, very cool. Very cool. I'm happy to hear that. I wonder who posted it. Do you know?
Oh, I thought you did. No?
I I posted it to my Facebook page.
Oh,
Are you your color of
who knows?
color of woman, Luna?
Red Thread Guide.
Me too. Me too. What year did you be?
I graduated 2021.
Okay. I was what? Was I 2020 or was I 2021? Uh, I have it right over here, but um, we might have done the same year. We might have done the same year.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And Maggie, you came off cat stuff. Cats.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But I was, before you came in, I might have repeated myself, and I'm probably repeating myself again, but 34 women registered for this. 34, count them. 3, 4.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. That's a high number to have only 2 come. But I'm going to tell you something. This is quality. This is quality.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the quality.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know what else to say. Um,
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Thank you for your time and
Yeah.
Gosh, my
of the
pleasure.
offering and the chance at community and including us on your page and
Yeah.
Yeah. That's special. That makes it special. And I'll have the recording. I'll I'll I when I hide things on my YouTube channel, so it'll be a private link that I'll just email it to you and you'll have it. And then you can always rewatch it if you want. It'll be there. It just won't be public.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and thank you for being here. Really, my heart's very full because of both of you. So
Yeah.
have a great rest of your Sunday. Have the best, sweetest dreams tonight, Maggie.
Thank you
Sleep
so
well,
much.
Meg.
Bye-bye.
And
Thank
stay
you.
cool, Luna.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye for
Thank you.
now.
Bye-bye.